Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, and if you are new here, please subscribe and click the bell notification button to get updated on all our new videos. Yes, Queen Elizabeth II has died at the age of 96. Buckingham Palace in a statement said, "The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and the Queen consort to remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow." The news comes after the Queen made the history when she became the first monarch to celebrate a Platinum Jubilee in June this year, making the 70th anniversary of her accession to the throne. The Queen is survived by 4 children: Prince Charles, Princess Anne, Prince Andrew and Prince Edward, as well as 8 grandchildren and 12 great-grandchildren. On Tuesday, September 6, Her Majesty met with the new Prime Minister, Liz Truss, and asked her to form a government, following the resignation of Boris Johnson. Truss travelled to the Queen's Abbey, then Shrew Estate, Balmoral Castle, in Scotland for an audience with Her Royal Highness, a historical first due to the Queen's mobility issue. Following the passing of the sovereign, the heir of the throne, Prince Charles, will now become the king. Queen Elizabeth II first took on public duties during the Second World War, appearing on the radio and being appointed one of her father's effective deputies as Chancellor of State. She married Philip Mountbatten in 1947, a marriage which lasted until his death in 2021 and produced 4 children: Charles, Anne, Andrew and Edward. She became queen in 1952 after the premature death of her father, George VI, and went on to become both the country's longest-lived and longest-serving monarch. A state funeral will take place at Westminster Abbey in 10 days' time, which will see the nation observe a 2-minute silence before the Queen is buried at Windsor Castle. Elizabeth II, Elizabeth Alexandra, May 21 April 1926 to September 8, 2022, was Queen of the United Kingdom and the other Commonwealth realms from 6 February 1952 until her death in 2022. She was Queen Regnant of 32 sovereign states during her life and served as monarch on 15 of them at the time of her death. A reign of 17 years and 214 days is the longest of any British monarch and the longest recorded of any female head of state in history. Elizabeth was born in Mayfair, London. As the first child of a Duke and Duchess of York, late King George VI and Queen Elizabeth. Her father ascended to the throne in 1936 upon the abdication of his brother, King Edward VIII, making Elizabeth the heir presumptive. She was educated privately at home and began to undertake public duties during the Second World War, serving in the Auxiliary Tertiary Service. In November 1947, she married Philip Mountbatten, a former prince of Greece and Denmark, and their marriage lasted 73 years until his death in April 2021. They had 4 children: Charles III, Anne, Princess Royal, Prince Arthur, Duke of York, and Prince Edward, Earl of Wessex. When her father died in February 1952, Elizabeth, then 25 years old, became queen of 7 independent Commonwealth countries: the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Pakistan, and Ceylon, now known today as Sri Lanka, as well as head of Commonwealth. Elizabeth reigned as a constitutional monarch through major political changes, such as troubles in Northern Ireland, devolution in the United Kingdom, the decolonization of Africa, and the United Kingdom accession to the Europe Communities, and withdrawal from the European Union. The number of her realms varied over time her territories gained independence and some realms became republic. Her many historic visits and meetings include state visits to China in 1986, Russia in 1994, and the Republic of Ireland in 2011, and visits with 5 popes. Significant events include Elizabeth's coronation in 1953 and the celebrations of her silver, golden, diamond, and platinum jubilees in 1977, 2002, 2012, and 2022, respectively. Elizabeth was the longest lived and longest reigning British monarch and the second longest reigning sovereign in world history, only behind Louis XIV of France. She faced occasional Republican sentiment and media criticisms of her family, particularly after the breakdown of her children's marriage, her heinous horribles in 1992, and the death of her former daughter-in-law, Diana, Princess of Wales, in 1997. However, support for the monarch in the United Kingdom remained consistently high and did her personal popularity. Elizabeth died aged 96 at Balmoral Castle and was succeeded by her elder son, Charles III. Elizabeth's personal wealth was the subject of speculation for many years. In 1971, George Colville, a former private secretary and a director of a bank, Court, estimated her wealth at €2 million, equivalent to about 30 million in 2021. In 1993, Buckingham Palace Court estimates 100 million, grossly overstated. In 2002, she inherited an estate worth an estimated €7 million from her mother. The Sunday Times Rich List 2020 estimated her personal wealth at €350 million, making her the 372 second richest person in the UK. She was number 1 on the list when it began in the Sunday Times Rich List 1989 with a reported wealth of €5.2 billion, which included state assets that were not hers personally, approximately €13.8 billion in today's value. The Royal Collection, which includes thousands of historic works of art and the crown jewel, was not owned personally, but was described as being held in trust by Elizabeth for her successor and the nation, as were her official residences such as Buckingham Palace and Windsor Castle, and the Duchy of Lancaster, a property portfolio valued of €472 million in 2015. The Paradise Papers, leaked in 2017, showed that the Duchy of Lancaster held investment in the British tax havens of the Cayman Islands and Bermuda. Sandringham House in Norfolk and Balmoral Castle were personally owned by Elizabeth. The Crown Estate, with holding of €14.3 billion in 2019, is held in trust and could not be sold or owned by her in a personal capacity. From April 21, 1944 until her accession, Elizabeth's arm consisted of a lozenge bearing the royal coat of arms of the United Kingdom, different with a label of 3-point agent, the central point bearing a tudor rose, and the first entered a cross of St. George. Upon her accession, she inherited the various arms her father held as sovereign. Elizabeth also possessed royal standard and personal flag for use in the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Jamaica, and elsewhere. Well guys, there you have it. Queen Elizabeth II is dead, Buckingham Palace announced. Thank you all for listening to that, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your comments in the comment section below. Thank you, bye.